Hey folks, okay, so now that we've set up a RStudio project, we want to get our data sorted. So this is our data here. We have the times from the memory game for each class. If we scroll down a little bit, you can see that there's a different number of measurements for each class, different number of students, some students put in 2 times each, and so on. First thing I realized was we want to rearrange this a little bit, just reformat it to make it a little easier to use. So that's what I've done. Here, this is the reformatted version. So everything's put into 2 columns. First column is the teacher. Second column is the time. So the first row is just the header, says teacher time, and then the rest just have the name of the teacher and the time in them. I've then exported this as a CSV, so you can go file, this is from Google Sheets, you can go file, you can do the same thing in Excel, of course. So file, download as CSV, and then I've put that into the folder that we made when we made the project, so that's this here. So this folder is empty at the moment, apart from this. That's our data there. It's also got a couple of these files, which we don't need to worry about. The RStudio made those when it made the project. You don't need to touch those. Those are just there to keep track of what's going on. Cool. So then if we go to RStudio, we can now create a new file. We'll go new RScript. So this is where we're actually going to put all the code. And that opens up this 4th pane in RStudio. This is actually the text editor part of it. This is the most important part. And here I'm just going to write some code. So I'm going to write mem for memory data, read.equals means assignment. So what's on the right of this equals is going to be assigned to the name on the left. So this is going to be the name of our data. And this is the command that goes and gets the data for us. So read.csv, we're going to read a CSV file. And that CSV file is called, nope, that's where I put the recordings for this video. It's going to be called this. There we go. Cool. Now if I select that line and I press Control Enter, it actually copies it down here into the console. I could also just literally Control C, click down here, Control V, Enter, and it would do the same thing. It's just a keyboard shortcut. It's useful. And now we see our environment has mem.data in it. It's got 164 observations and 2 variables. If I type head in the console, mem.data, that'll print out the first few lines of the thing associated to that name, the name mem.data, which is it's actually what's called a data frame, which is 164 rows and 2 columns. So this is just the first 6 rows. That's what head does. Head just prints the first 6 rows by default. You can change it, but whatever. This is just so that I can take a look at it and make sure it's read into R properly. So here now we have our data and it's in R, so we can start working with it now. That's good. Cool. I'll see you in the next video.